Hello, how are you?
Hello. It's okay. Say welcome back. Come on.
Welcome back to my channel.
What's my channel called?
My sister friend.
And what's your name?
Zachary. And this is my sister Anya.
And
this is my mama.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Today is day 12 of Vlogmas and we are going to start off with the advent calendars. First one is Kylie and the Machine countdown calendar. So countdown will be what?
We finished. No,
because it's different.
Counting down, Zachary.
Are you sure, Sienna?
13.
Countdown would be number 13, which is the pair of socks. Right, you open it, Zachary.
Can you just go pop down and I'll pull out the now. As hard as you can. Thank you, Mama.
You could take it out.
I've first ripped through the paper. There's two. Oh, these ones are pretty.
Let's have a look.
Press them.
Ooh. This one says, go on, lift it up, put it up. Mwah! So that's how you spell sort of the kissing sound. Mwah!
And the same writing here.
Yeah, baby pink, moi in red letters, and it's got the Kylie and Machine logo at the top, and the moi is on either side. So that's from Kylie and the Machines. Thank you very much. Next one.
This one
is Fabric Godmother, and we are doing box number 12, which is this one over here. Right, Anya, you can open it.
It's her dress.
Is it 12? Yes.
Is it 12?
Right, let's read it. Let's read this first.
What is it?
Always pre-wash your fabric with the same settings you would wash the finished garment. Helpful tip.
Can I first think what it is?
Oh, I think I know what it is. One second, I'm trying to get it out for you.
Can you not
go guess. I know what it is, but it doesn't seem related to the tip. Always wash your garment. Anyway.
Feels like some sort of button thingy.
Button, right. Yeah, Gabriel, Zachary, you guess?
No.
What do you think it is?
A star.
A star?
Yeah, it doesn't have a shape.
Oh, well done, it is a star. So I think it's a little enamel pin. Let's have a look. And shape of a star. Well done, Zachary. Let's have a look.
Yeah. So long.
Yay!
What are you supposed to do?
Let me have a look. So it's not enamel. It's a wooden
star. What is it for?
Magnetic needle minder from kateblandford.com. And there you go. So a needle minder. Normally this is for like hand sewing or embroidery, I think. So you would just, it's quite a magnetic needle. So your sewing fabric is here, like your hand sewing fabric, or your embroidery fabric will be here, and then you put the magnet on the reverse and that bit on the top, and that holds it together. And then when you're resting or when you want to stop for the night, you just put your needle on here. Can I have a needle, please? Or a pin would do. And it minds your needle, hence my needle minder. Is it going to stick? There you go. That's lovely. I've not heard of Kate Blandford before, but that's really, really lovely. And it's wooden, presumably handmade, hand cut. So that's from Beyond the Pink, no, Fabric Godmother. Last box is
Beyond the Pink Door.
Beyond the Pink Door. So box number 11, 12, 11, 12. Yeah, 12, that's it. Show them the bag, my love.
But you,
number 12. Oh, let's guess. I'm guessing.
So we're both doing it together. Yeah, after we guess.
So it's circular. It's like it's a square backing paper with like a circular thing. So I'm thinking it might be a measuring tape reel thing. What do you think it is?
Can't think.
Can't think. What do you think? Just guess. You don't know?
It feels a bit like a ribbon thing, but it's not, because there will be...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, ribbon. Space.
Should we open it? Right, who opened the last one?
Me, Anya.
Okay.
Yeah, but he opened first, so we should both do it.
Okay, both do it together. Come on.
I'll tell it what this is. No, I'll go on. This is the right side. Wait, put it on.
I've not got one of these. So it's a company, Fiskars, which is a very good company. They normally do scissors and rotary cutters. So it's a Sew Sharp Restorer. Do I have one of these? No, I don't have one of these. So it's basically it's like a sharpener, you know, for like a knife sharpener, but this is for scissors. So you just if you can see, you just put your scissors in, and then if you close your scissors together, then it sharpens itself. I have a knife sharpening similar gadget for the kitchen, but I don't have one of those, so thank you very much. Right, let's rate. What do you guys think? What's your rating? Like, which is your first, like, which is your favourite today?
My favourite today is this one.
So that's Fabric Godmother. And next?
Then where's Exactly And that one.
Beyond the Pink Door.
And then the...
Kylie and the Machines. Thank you very much, Anya. My favourite... Okay, you want to go? You want to go that one? So Xander Zachary's favourite is... You want to do it? Say Zachary, my best one is...
This is my best one.
And then your next best one? What are those? The
labels.
And then your third best one?
I think the sharpener. I like the sharpener.
We've all chosen different ones. So my favourite is Beyond the Pink Door. Second is Needle Minder from Fabric Godmother. And third are the labels from Kylie and the Machines. So that's really, really lovely. Thank you very much. Sienna, could that go away in both the same tin? And that can go in the haberdashery wall thing. That can go in the bin. Right, children, thank you so much, helpers. Say bye. Anya, say bye-bye. Say bye again. Was I recording? Yeah.
Mom, I have to go.
Close the door, please. So that's the first part of the vlog. Second part would normally be sewing. I haven't had a chance to do any sewing recently. I am due to receive a package from Fabric Godmother, which I will share with you. Hopefully, despite the postal strikes, hopefully I'll get that at some point this week. Also, my Jenny Stitches blogger package. When I receive that this week, I will share both of those with you. I've been really good and I haven't bought any fabric or anything. And the reason these packages have arrived, so the Fabric Godmother, I spent my £10 voucher for, which I got from the calendar. And then the previous Jenny Stitches package that I showed you yesterday or the day before, I used my £30 voucher for that, although I did pay a bit extra. But I have been very, very good, I think. And then the third part of the vlog is family life. And I know yesterday I was saying I had nothing else to talk about, but funnily enough, I do. I remember somebody asking on comments on YouTube, what do we do in terms of for holidays with the large family? So I could just go through how we holiday. So we don't go on extravagant holidays. So when we only had a few kids, we did the 2 big holidays. So we went to the Philippines, which is where I'm from. So I was born in England, but my parents and my culture, my heritage is from the Philippines. And so when we had 4 children, so Talia all the way, so Talia, Tristan, Sienna and Gabriel, we went to the Philippines as a family. So that's 4 of them and 2 of us children, 2, myself and my husband. We went to the Philippines, which was lovely. That would have been the second time Daniel's been to the Philippines, and I have been. So when we were little, we used to go to the Philippines every year, every summer. And back then you were able to take time off school to leave for holiday. It was very easy to take time off school back then. And we used to go every summer for a good... So we took the whole summer holidays and then a bit extra before as well. So yeah, Philippines is lovely, beautiful tropical island, but not only is it island life, it's like beautiful metropolitan cities. You know, it's really, really amazing there. The culture is amazing. Everybody's super friendly. You know, food is a big thing. So every time you visit someone's house, it's always like a party of food laid out for you. And obviously we have lots of family and friends there. We have extended family, all my cousins, all my uncles and aunts, they're all over in the Philippines. Also we have a family house in the Philippines, which is nice. So when we go there, we don't have to pay for hotels or anything. Although if we want to stay in Manila itself, then we would pay for a hotel, because our house isn't in Manila, it's in a suburb, which is the equivalent of like Greater London kind of suburb. So that's sort of, it's not countryside. I mean, it is a suburb, but it's still very metropolitan. They've got the big malls, which is like shopping centres, you know, all the transport now. I mean, they still have the jeepneys, which is their mode of transport, although in recent years, probably the last 5 to 10 years, most of the public transports are now air-conditioned minibuses or minivans. So that's really, really nice. Food is amazing. People are super friendly, super kind. The majority of the people do speak English, especially in the shops and in the schools. Everybody speaks English, so that's really good. And yeah, no, we had a great time. So when we went, tickets are normally about £500 to £600, and that's sort of the cheapest rates you can go by. If you go during Christmas, obviously that sort of thing, it goes up to like £1,200, £1,500 a ticket. So we don't go during Christmas. So that time that we did go, that was it was about around £3,000 for us to go for tickets. And then obviously spending money. Things are relatively cheap over there. Obviously food and things are very cheap, but then, you know, you're on holiday, so you do tend to spend a lot more than what you would normally spend in your daily life in London. So we did need some spending money when we went over there. We did stay with my parents, so that was nice. So that was our big holiday in terms of meeting my side of the family, my extended side of the family. And then I think the year later when we had 5 children, or the year before when we had 3 children, I can't quite remember, we did St. Lucia. So my husband is a bizarre mix. Well, it's not a bizarre mix, but it's an unusual mix. So his dad is from St. Lucia, which is in the Caribbean, and then his mum is from Iran, so from Iran. And so we did the St. Lucia trip. So that is a tropical island. There's no cities or anything. So it's a tropical island, quite small, lots of tourists, stifling hot, lovely beach, lovely food, fresh food and everything. So that was quite nice. We went there as well. And again, tickets were about £500-600 per person. So then we did sort of that trip. We can't really go to Iran because well, it's quite a dangerous place to go to, especially as Catholics. It's quite dangerous. They do have religious police over there, and I think now and again it has been known for them to confiscate sort of various religious things or just kind of interrogate you for some reason. If you, I mean, I don't know. This is all just hearsay and stories that I've heard. And from my husband, from my mother-in-law, she's just said it's probably not an ideal holiday destination with small children. So we haven't been to Iran, but we have done sort of Daniel's side, which is St. Lucia, and then my side, which is the Philippines. So we've done those big trips. And for both, I think we spent like 3 to 4 weeks for each of those holidays. And then we thought it's obviously far too expensive for us all to go on big holidays anymore, although most of you probably have heard about Sue Radford, who's the biggest, the mum of the biggest family in England. They've got 22 children and they seem to go everywhere. I'm thinking they're getting a lot of money from their Channel 4 show, or their whatever their what is it called, reality TV series, because I think they've recently just come back from New York. They did a Disneyland trip. You know, they go everywhere with all the children, minus maybe 2 or 3 older ones, but that's still, you know, a good 18 children and 2 adults. So we aren't them, so we don't have that money to go on these fancy holidays. So since then we have been doing, so we do camping trips twice a year, and there's a lovely Catholic family camping weekend in Walsingham. Not weekend, camping, actually it is a camping long weekend in Walsingham, sort of around May time, which is the month of Our Lady. So Walsingham is the national shrine for Our Lady, national Catholic shrine for Our Lady, and it's similar to Lourdes in Paris, where in both Lourdes and in Walsingham Our Lady appeared in an apparition, and miracles have happened there. People have been healed there, and it's just a lovely pilgrimage place to go. Also a lovely time to catch up with families. So people from all over the country go, and most of which are families that we do know and we rarely see, so it's lovely to catch up. Also with camping, I think it gives you a chance to reset, really, because this particular camping, it's not glamping at all. It's proper camping. There are no, well, in recent years there were showers, but they've unfortunately gotten rid of the showers now. So they do have toilets, and there is running water, but it's your real, you know, down-to-earth camping. And I was never a camping person. You know, Filipinos do not camp. That's not the thing that they do. And I thought I'd give it a go when we probably had, I think the first time I went, we had 2 children. And at first it was in a camper van. Actually, my in-laws have a camper van, but we can't use that anymore because we have a big family. We wouldn't fit in the camper van anyway. So they had that. And so that was sort of why I decided to go, because it was less real camping because we were in the camper van. So anyway, we went, and the first day I was kind of like, you know, you're in a field and it's like muddy, and just like, oh, I don't know where to stand, I don't know what to touch, what's clean, what's not clean, like, oh, and it was all just, you know, you didn't really, it just felt all icky, and I just didn't feel comfortable at all. And then day 2, when I woke up the next morning, it was just a whole new life, because the children, because obviously there's not much to do when the sun comes out at like sort of 6:30. All the children are up, you know, they'll just brush their teeth, get changed, and they'll just run in the fields with their friends. And the fields that it's at is totally enclosed with high thick bushes, and then a gate for the entrance, so it's relatively secure. And all of the families in there, most of them are all families that we know, and they're all vetted beforehand in terms of you basically pay a fee to join this camping group. And they have daily talks for the children, daily talks for the adults, like workshops and activities, you know, then you have mass, prayer group, that sort of thing. So it's really, really lovely. And I just think these are, you know, camping is sort of one of those, one of those childhood sort of events where memories are made, basically. And as I say, when I woke up on day 2, you know, I didn't have to worry about looking in the mirror. You know, did I look okay? Was my hair okay? You know, is what I'm wearing okay? You just kind of let go of all of that, which is actually it's quite refreshing to know that, you know, you don't have to worry about what you look like. You don't have to worry if you wore the same jumper that you wore yesterday. There's no cleaning as such. I mean, obviously you'd have to wash your dishes, but you don't have to like clean or hoover or do laundry or anything. And it's just, you know, nice time to just kick back, relax. There's obviously no electricity for this particular camp. I know most campsites do have electricity ports now. But it's just, yeah, spending time with the family, cooking outdoors, so barbecues, spending time with the family, children out on the fields, just running, you know, playing games rather than, as in playing physical games like football or running around, that sort of thing, rather than being connected to devices. And even for myself as an adult, and my husband, you know, my husband works, he's a software engineer, so he's pretty much attached to his computer for the most time, but camping, obviously he's not. So it's a nice time to just get away and be disconnected, basically. And it kind of makes you appreciate that you don't actually need that much in life to be happy and to survive. Although once we get back to normal life, it's like, wow, we have, you know, heating, or we have hot water, or, you know, it's nice to watch a movie now and again. But yes, so then we do that once a year. In May, around May time. And we've also started doing another camping trip, and that's around June, July, and that's in Whitemead, and that's near Wales. And Whitemead is like, I guess it's like an inexpensive Centre Parks, in that you've got apartments that you can rent, or lodges that you can rent, and camping pods that you can rent. So sort of 3 different options, budget options. And then you've also got pitches that you can rent. And so we go for the pitches because we have all the gear already. So we go for the pitches. Again, it's an organised group, lots of large families with lots of children. Most of the families we do know, so we do that. But that's really nice in the sense that they've got the swimming pool. So the swimming pool comes with the fee that you pay for your pitch. So you get swimming pool access. There's a restaurant there. There's a bar there. Not as good as Centre Park, so there's no slides and things like that. But there's a sauna and a swimming pool, which is great. So the kids go in there every day. And there are also activities that you can pay for, like similar to Centre Parks, like archery. I don't know, other things. I can't remember what the other things are. So that's really nice. So we've started doing that once a year. And then prior to COVID, we used to go to Centre Parks once a year, and that would be around September time when the schools go back to school. And that's the cheapest time to go for homeschoolers. So normally the 1st or 2nd week of September, we used to go to Centre Parks for a week. But the last time we went was actually when lockdown began. So September, I don't even remember when COVID was, but whenever the first lockdown occurred, that occurred at the end of September, and we'd literally just come back from Centre Parks. So that was the last time we went, really. So we're hoping to maybe restart that up again. Although, to be fair, we have just moved into this new house a year ago, and a lot of money, most of our savings and money has been spent on the house, just trying to make it more energy efficient, obviously trying to make it, you know, suit our tastes and suit, you know, make it comfortable for us as a family. And so, yeah, so money hasn't been, so we haven't had so money has been spent basically on the house and things, but we've just thought that actually with the move, you know, that's exciting as it is. Obviously with new friends and family nearby, that's exciting as it is. So they get to meet each other once a week, which I think kind of replaces a holiday for that year. So that's that. And what else do we do? Oh, so we do also... Again, we haven't done it in recent years because of COVID. And prior to that, we used to go to Italy quite a lot because we have got friends and family in Italy. And also Daniel's brothers. At one point, he had 4 brothers. My husband, by the way, is one of 10 children, 8 boys and 2 girls. He did at one point have 4 brothers in the seminary. Seminary is sort of the... I'm going to say school, or the organization that you go to in order to qualify as a priest or be ordained as a priest. So at one point he had 4 of his brothers in the seminary. 2 have now left and become are married with children, and 1 is already a priest, and he's been what's the word? Given a parish in Canada, because they have a house in Canada. The particular order have a house and a like a parish in Canada. And then the other brother is in Nebraska as well, in America. Well, not as well. Canada's one, Nebraska, and he's training to be a priest at the moment. I think he's got 3 more years to go, and he's with the fraternity, the FSSP, the Fraternal Society of Saint Peter in Nebraska. So that's really, really nice. So when they were in Italy, we used to go quite often. I think it might have been like once a year, and that was really, really nice because Italy isn't, the flights at the time, I think they were probably like 150 pounds per person, and so we used to go, and the most children we've brought probably is 6. Maybe, am I going to say 7? 6, I think, was the most children that we brought, and then we kind of stopped after a while, maybe because when there was an event there, I was maybe pregnant or due to give birth or something, so I wasn't able to go, or we weren't able to go. So Italy's a lovely place to go. I mean, it's just brimming full of culture. You know, the food is lovely, the weather is nice, but also from a Catholic point of view, there's so many gems in Italy, you know, churches and basilicas, and I'm not even just talking about the Vatican City. Outside of the Vatican City, there's these amazing churches. There's lots of saints that have come from Italy, and there's lots of their shrines, places where they were born, where they died, you know. Maria Goretti, we went to visit where she lived and where she tragically died. We went to visit St. Benedict's cave, where he you know, said mass, and where he was hiding away during his time of turmoil. We went to see where St. Francis of Assisi and St. Clare, where they lived and worked and where miracles happened. Loads of amazing places. We got to visit the crypt underneath the Vatican, where saints are buried as well. So it's an amazing trip. And what we like to do is we like to combine holidays with sort of pilgrimages at the same time. So it's not just go away and relax. It's sort of go away, relax, learn more about your faith, and just discover your faith, basically. So I think that's quite nice. That's how we like to holiday anyway. And yeah, so France, we've been to France as well. We went to visit Lourdes, Our Lady of Lourdes, her shrine. So that's really, really amazing. And we haven't been on holiday, obviously, since, what, 2.5 years now, because of COVID, and then because of our moving as well, although we did do the camping trips this year. And so, yeah, and I think our next sort of trip, we're hoping, because we have a minibus now, it's a 12-seater, so you can get 12-seater minibuses, 12, 15, and then 17. So we've got a 12-seater. So you've got 3 seats at the front. Then you've got 2 seats, 2 seats. So 3 seats at the front, 2 seats, 2 seat gap, 1 seat, and then 4 seats at the back. And it's a Ford Transit minibus. And so because we've got that now, we are thinking of doing maybe like a road trip to Europe. So we'll see where that brings us, and I will let you know if that does ever happen. But it is a lot of hard work, not only expensive, but also in terms of packing for the children. It's a lot of hard work because I mean, even if it's just sort of going, when we go away for the weekend, you sort of have, you know, the outfit that you're wearing for the day, then the outfit you're going to wear the next day, then you've got pajamas, and then if we're staying for a Sunday, then you've got church clothes to bring, and then just a spare pair just in case, you know, somebody has an accident or somebody, you know, something happens. And then when you get home, you've got like 3-4 days worth of laundry to do. So it can be quite stressful. But the older kids, they pack their own stuff and everything. And then the young, so I just packed the three younger ones. I packed their clothes. But it's all great fun, and it's, you know, it's a small sacrifice to pay for the enjoyment of the children. So that's when we go to London. We'll be doing that again for the Christmas period. And we're staying in London for about 5 days. I think so that's a lot of packing to do. But yeah, that's it, I suppose, with regards to holidays. In terms of big holidays, we're thinking now when the children get older that they can possibly go by themselves, or even if I go with a couple of the older children, then Daniel goes with a couple of older children or what have you. And we'll just see how that goes. It's probably not ideal because we've always done things together as a family. But I suppose because we are such a large family and because the age range is so vast, that might be a way to do things as well and more cost effective. And that's it with regards to holidays. Just to say about laundry, by the way, so laundry in our house, I probably do about 3 full loads a day. We do have a dryer, which is great. So 3 full loads a day, every day. So there's a lot of laundry. And ironing wise, so I iron my husband's shirts and things, but for the most part we try not to iron as much anymore. So I used to iron everything like t-shirts and shorts and trousers and everything else. So we just iron sort of Sunday clothes, so shirts and trousers I would still iron, but sort of t-shirts and jumpers and hoodies, jogging bottoms, that sort of thing, we just fold them nicely and put them away. My eldest two daughters, they iron their own clothes, and they also take a sibling. So Talia will probably take like Gabriel's clothes, and then Sienna will take Anya's clothes, which is really nice, so they'll iron that. My 13-year-old son, I'm actually teaching him how to iron, and he doesn't want to, but I'm like, you know, it's your clothes, and it's a good skill to have. I remember, I remember at uni, when I went to uni, I had a lot of friends that didn't know how to iron, they didn't know how to wash clothes, they didn't know how to cook, they barely knew how to wash the dishes, and it was just like, it's not even I just think, why not teach your children to do chores? Because it's a lifelong skill, you know, to be able to know how to iron, to cook basic food, and just to keep house, basically. I think it's an amazing skill, whether you get married, whether you stay single, whether, you know, you become a student, or, you know, anything. You know, I just think it's really good for us personally that we teach our children to do basic chores, to learn how to take care of themselves, because it's a necessity to learn how to take care of yourselves. Otherwise, when the kids do leave home for uni or what have you, they'll just be clueless, you know. It'll be terrible. But yeah, no, that's it really. That's all I wanted to say. I will hopefully see you again tomorrow, and in the meantime, thank you so much for watching and for all your lovely comments as well. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.